I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're delighted to introduce you to a very talented author. Her name is Trisha Dolan, and she has written an enlightening book. It is called You Too Are Psychic. Everyone is. A psychic medium and angel therapy practitioner's proven method that unlocks, expands, and strengthens your psychic gifts. This book is a testament to Trisha's journey through life's uncertainties, offering guidance on strengthening intuition and moving forward with confidence and clarity. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank our team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful book. The links are below this interview. Trisha, great to see you here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so delighted to be here.
Oh, I'm delighted to have you. Such a fascinating topic. Everybody has feelings of deja vu. Everybody feels like a prophet from time to time, that they're very prescient with their predictions. And you're saying that all of us do have psychic abilities. We just need to learn how to unlock them, right?
Absolutely. I know that as children, we're very quizzical, we're very curious. And so as children, we're very open and receptive to our intuitive abilities. We're all born with the gift of insight. We're all born with the gift of all my clairs, as I like to call them. And in that moment, when we're children, we're open. And then society, parents, teachers, society starts pushing down the energy and telling you, don't be so silly and things like that. So we personally will shut down that energy and don't realize that it's really powerful within us. So
Exactly.
awakening it is my duty.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, there are these great pressures to conform, to be like everyone else, to no longer believe in magic and the mystical. And it's not necessarily true. The kids who are most creative in class are the ones who are kept down the most. The people who have the greatest intuition are the ones that are told to shut up. But you're not shutting up. You're speaking out. When did you realize you had a connection?
Well, what fascinating child, mom put me in my playpen and I would talk and just jabber. Now, mind you, not talk, but just jabber.
Yeah.
And then as I matured, I found words for what I was seeing and the conversations I was having. So I would say, that lady in the corner, mom wants you to know, blah, blah, blah. And my mom would just pat me on the head and say, go play with your imaginary friends, dear. And so I didn't know everybody couldn't see and hear dead people. I had no idea that it was unique.
Now, so as a child, you realized you had a special ability. You didn't realize it was a special ability, really. You just thought everybody had these abilities. And now you realize we do. We're just told to ignore them or to suppress them. What would be the one thing or two things or three things that a person can do to get back to that point of being open, that they can actually communicate, psychically?
Well, in my book, we go to processes of the clairs. And what I'd like to do is just introduce what that means. Is that
Absolutely.
okay? It's a big buzzword. Clairvoyance, clairaudience. Clairvoyance is clear seeing. Clairaudience is clear hearing. Claircognizant is clear knowingness. You just know what you know, but you don't know why you know it or how you know it. And then we have clairsentient. And the buzzword presently is empath. So they're feeling energy. And so all of those type of benefits and beauties that we have within us will help us to think better, calm ourselves down. Society's so busy that we end up forgetting to pause. Meditation and yoga and journaling are things that I mention quite a bit in my book, because it allows a person to quiet the outside noise and allow the inner voice to become louder.
Do you think women have a greater psychic ability than men? Things such as empathy and intuition are usually attributed to women, where men are stoic, and not in touch as much. What are your thoughts?
Beautiful question. And I'm on a average, most of my clients are female. Now they may have their husbands or spouses, significant others call me up and say, you need to talk to Trisha. But what happens with men is the society creates an idea that says, be strong, be stoic. We're not supposed to have emotions. Boys don't cry, blah, 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 and those type of things. So the psychic ability, which is innate in everyone, gets suppressed more so with men, whereas the women are encouraged communication and joy and laughter and the fun things with the children to kind of help it along. And so our creative minds is where intuition comes. So you have people who are very intellectual and very database fact persons, but they're highly intuitive. They just don't know that word. Men will say, I had this gut feeling, because that's acceptable by society's terms. Exactly. And so, yes, men are profoundly psychic, but women are more open to exploring it.
Absolutely. What is an angel therapy practitioner?
An angel therapy practitioner was coined by Dr. Doreen Virtue. And the angel therapy is a process of connecting with your spirit guides. And there are tools and techniques that allow you to heal a lot of your childhood wounds through these processes of therapy. And being a practitioner means that I elevated to more understanding and more depth and got certified.
Wonderful. Do you work with individuals or families when they're trying to communicate with loved ones who have left this life? Tell us a little bit about your work, your journey.
Oh, wonderful. The Hello Again from the Other Side is my program where I give messages to the loved ones in the audience from their departed people. So it's kind of like if there are 30 people in the room and 10 people are brought by each of those individuals, now we have 300 energies that Trisha gets to cipher through and figure out who belongs to who and what message belongs to what. So yes, I do that on the phone. I can do that at events. And it actually talks about channeling in the book. And by doing channeling, people can actually see their own loved ones themselves. So it's kind of exciting to open the gate and open the portal. But yes, I do it individually and in group events.
Wonderful. Tell us, what has been your most profound experience when tapping into this ability?
Oh, so many stories, Logan. I just, a unique experience was where a gentleman, now remember, we mentioned that men aren't quite as psychic, but he had lost his wife. And he came into the building where I was going to be doing Hello Again. And he came in like 10 minutes before the event, and he had this deer in the headlight look. And I said, welcome, are you here for Hello Again? And he's like, his eyes got big and he goes, what do you mean? And so I just kind of gently encouraged him to come in. I said, well, your wife is with you. And he said, she died. I said, no, she's standing right next to you. And so then he came in, he says, can I sit at the back of the room? Yes, no problem. So we came the following month. I did the event the following month, and he actually told me the story about his activity, because I don't always remember what people tell me. And when he walked in, I said hello to him, and he says, you might not remember, but last month I came and I was skeptical and all this stuff, but you told me so many things that were profound that it made me a believer. So I've come back. And he had experienced where he was standing in front of the refrigerator, and I kept doing this and saying, she's telling you to eat, and you keep standing in front of the refrigerator, the door's wide open, and then you close it and don't eat. And he goes, Yeah, I haven't been eating. And just series of things that were mentioned by Spirit, his wife, were given to him. And he said that the most crazy thing is that he was driving down the road, didn't know why he was in the car, didn't know where he was going, but he was driving down the road and was pushed, was nudged to turn a certain direction. There was all kinds of construction, and it ended up putting him into our parking lot. And then he left, and then it ended up putting him in the parking lot. Third time he came into the building. And so that was his wife telling him, get in there, get in there. I have a message for me. So that was pretty delightful.
Amazing. That's an amazing story. And it must have been so comforting for him to know that even though she was gone from this life, she was still by his side. You talked about like quieting your brain through meditation, through yoga, through other practices. What about dreams? Many of the people I speak to who feel they've connected with the departed seem to communicate with them during dreams. Are you a big believer, advocate of this?
Absolutely, absolutely. And Logan, what happened, I like to call it, where from midnight to 7 a.m., we're in the most relaxed state of the universe is quietest. There's not as many night workers and all that kind of stuff. So the whole universe is a little bit quieter. And because of that, we're in that beautiful dream state. So we're open and receptive to communication. And that is when the veil is the thinnest between the departed people and this dimension. And so, yes, I do believe dreams are very powerful. Messages come through power of the dreams. Clairvoyance is what this particular acronym is for. And clairvoyance is where you see pictures or images, and therefore clear vision. In dream state, you're seeing flashes of visions. You may see it like a movie camera, or you might see it like a snapshot. And so in the book, we actually talk about the dream state and deja vu and all of the things that clairvoyance can bring about. You might get a sign on a billboard. That's clairvoyance. So yes, the dreams are very profound, and there are huge books out there on analysis of the dreams.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a fascinating topic. You have put it all out there for our viewers to read about. The name of the book is You Too Are Psychic. Everyone is a psychic medium and angel therapy practitioner's proven method that unlocks, expands, and strengthens your psychic gifts. It's a wonderful book. If you've been curious about psychic abilities, if you've had a deja vu, if you feel like someone who has departed this earth has been trying to connect with you, it's quite possible that they have. And you can tap into your heart, your mind, your soul, and communicate with them if you learn to open up and be a little bit more childlike again. The book is written by Trisha Dolan, and we're delighted to have her as a guest here today on Spotlight. Trisha, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to all of you reading the book, getting more information, and remember that there are other clairs than what we talked about today. And I would love to give you more in-depth information. Please reach out to me and all types of activities that I would love for you to participate in. Great. Thank you so much for your amazing opportunity here to get to know more about how psychic you really are.
Wonderful. Trisha, do you have a website that you could share with folks so they can get in touch with you?
And trishadolan.com, and I'd like you to use the / and type in the word resources, and it will give you a whole list of all of the different things that are available through my process.
trishadolan.com / resources, and you'll get the list there that you need to proceed. Wonderful. Thanks for joining us. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.